You're at the Watchman Way. Poppy wants some camera time. June 18th, 2020. Poppy's really starting to become a camera hog. Chaz is about to become a ghost town. President Trump's not going to take too much more of this crap. The stuff that's going on in Seattle, where they took over 6 square blocks or something. Now they're all armed. They're stopping cars. Then the guy running the show there, I guess, is on a watch list for child sex trafficking. I predict, like I've been saying, by the end of this month, all this crap is over. Been seeing videos all around the country of Antifa and BLM getting their asses kicked. President Trump sends in the SEALs, and this is over in a couple of hours. These people will be annihilated. They want to take up guns against our country. Good luck. Good luck with that. And hope that the SEALs get to you before the Patriots do. The SEALs will probably have we'll probably be a little bit more professional about it. The Patriots are pissed. That's not a good opponent when you're outnumbered and outgunned, and they will be outnumbered and outgunned quickly. We're talking about snowflakes here. It's a joke. They were getting paid. They're used to getting paid for beating up old ladies. Just watch what's going on social media. And these thugs attacking women and the elderly. It's not going to end well for these guys. Just saw a video today. Six guys jumped a Patriot. And I'll tell you, the guy showed a lot more control with me because he's got 6 guys coming at him. And he's lucky he's alive because he let them get to him, take him down, smack him around a little bit before he could get to his gun and start shooting. And then these jackasses are acting like the guy did something wrong. They're yelling, "Get his license plate number." Really? It happened in New Mexico. And even though they've got a liberal governor, there's no way this guy gets charged. If he does, President Trump needs to get him out of jail immediately, pardon him immediately. We have to be able to defend ourselves. And 6 against 1, and they're yelling they were going to kill the guy. They would have never got to me. All 6 of them would have been dead before they got within 3 feet. Listen, there is no time for mercy right now. If you get attacked like this, you need to defend yourself to the fullest. Take them all down. Assholes like this don't deserve to be walking the streets. 6 guys want to attack 1. Every one of them deserves to die. Might sound harsh. I don't give a shit. It's time for this shit to end. This isn't American. This is not how Americans do things. You want to do things this way? Be prepared to get shot. As simple as that. Because patriots have lost their patience. And it's time to lose our patience. We need to take back our streets. Listen, I'll go anywhere, anytime, but I'm going to be armed. If you want to come at me, God help you. You're as good as dead. Bring it. I'm ready. Yeah, and President Trump sends the Marines or the SEALs in. And like I say, I think within the next week, he needs to do it. He accomplished everything he needed to. Democrats are leaving the party by the thousands every day because they're starting to finally understand all the lies that CNN has been telling them the last 5 years are lies. And they're finally waking up, and now they're embarrassed and leaving the party. I keep saying, I don't care what happens. I don't care if the economy collapses. I don't care if the swamp doesn't get drained. I don't care if the pedophiles get exposed. President Trump wins 2020 in a landslide. And that's if they can find anybody that's not in prison to run against him. So President Trump sues Bolton. And listen, have to remember, everything that's going on right now, everything you're watching is the deep state globalist in 100% panic mode. They know now that this is it. This is the end. That's why they're taking up the guns, because they don't have any choice. If they don't, if President Trump stays in office, they know their only chance for survival is to somehow get him out. Drag this out to the election. It's not going to happen. I just posted a video by Robert Kiyosaki, an economist, brilliant guy, talking about what's happening right now in the economy. This whole thing is over. They are going to try, and he lays out how they're going to try through the repo program, bring down the economy in September. I keep saying, President Trump's never going to let it get to September. He's going to declare a reset before that. He's not going to give them that advantage. It would be foolish. Either Nassar is coming the first part of July, or, he's going to declare a reset, I think, in July sometime. I don't think he lets the economy get to September. He definitely doesn't want it to get that deep, that close to the election. It doesn't make any difference. I just don't see him letting it happen. No reason to let it happen. Do the reset. It's the best way to go. And honestly, the way the economy's going worldwide, I don't know if the economy would make September on its own anyway. Things are bad around the world. If it wasn't being propped up, it'd be already collapsed. Worldwide economy would already be done. So anyway, Bolton's book, just part of the globalist attack. So President Trump sues Bolton to stop the release of the book, and now we've got leaks of the book, the contents of the book. And basically what they're saying is, or he's saying is, that President Trump asked for favors from Xi, the Chinese president. President Trump can ask Xi whatever he wants. They're trying to make it out like it's an impeachable offense. It's a joke. It's beyond ridiculous. It's all they have left. That's what they're going to try and hang their hat on. There's nothing. I mean, it's ridiculous. He also claims that the Democrats fumbled the impeachment. There was no impeachment. Listen, you got to have a crime. You have to have a crime to begin an impeachment proceedings. There was no impeachment, no legitimate impeachment. Complete sham and a complete waste of time. No impact on what's going to happen. They can try whatever they want. Nothing is going to work. They're done. The police officer involved in that shooting over the weekend now has been charged with murder. Again, you got the globalist cities trying to alienate the police departments, intimidate the police departments so that they either back off or resign. It's what they're trying to do. Again, I mean, it's going to have an impact. There will be some guys that resign. This guy's going to get off scot-free one way or another. You know, I probably wouldn't have shot the guy in the back. But this is a 100% legitimate shoot. The guy's got a taser. He turns to shoot at the officer. No jury's going to convict this guy of murder. There will be 1,000 expert witnesses testify that this guy acted fully within the law. And basically, if you have any threat of physical injury or death, and here's the problem with a taser. Well, it's not lethal. It doesn't make any difference. It incapacitates you, and then you're a dead man in this situation. So he is 100% within his rights to shoot this guy. Again, I probably would have done it a little bit differently, but legally, this guy's in the clear. And the prosecutors, the mayor in I think it was in Atlanta or outside of Atlanta, they don't care about the law. All they care about is their agenda, what they're trying to do. Talked about the shooting in New Mexico. Everybody needs to be carrying right now. You got a gun, carry your gun. I don't care whether you have a concealed carry permit or not. Carry your gun. Because just look at some of the videos. You got, looks like kids in their late teens or 20s assaulting women, the elderly. This crap's got to stop. And we stop it when we start carrying our guns. The craziest thing I saw, and this is how delusional these people are. They actually fought the 6 guys who jumped the one guy and then got shot. At least 1 or 2 of them got shot. They acted like this guy was in the wrong. I mean, you could tell by their reaction. They honestly believed this guy was in the wrong for shooting him. Here's a clue, snowflakes. You're going to get a lot more of this shit. You keep this up, there's a lot more of you going to get shot. And nobody's going to get charged. When it's 6-on-1, there's a definite threat of your life. You can shoot every single one of them. Unless they are running from you. Might be a little different story. 6 guys within arm's length, start shooting. Headshots preferred. Crazy. Just These, again, Antifa has had it their way now for way, way, way too long. You know, they could get away with murder. They could do whatever they want. They got a slap on the wrist. Now they're going to jail for 10 years when they get arrested in these riots. And they're going to get shot in the streets when they pull this crap of jumping people. It's not going to end well for them. We're taking America back, whether they like it or not. Yeah, how many more are going to die in the streets before they understand what's really happening here? No more slaps on the wrist. You're playing for real now. Stocks erase overnight gains, tumble into the red. Volatility in the stock market. Every time it happens, there's a collapse. 87, 07, 1929. Erratic ups and downs. Exactly what we're seeing. The worldwide economy is done, guys. There's nothing gonna save this. Get your money out. Get your money into physical silver and Litecoin. Get your money outside the system. Protect yourselves. Protect your financial future. Protect your families. There'll be websites in the comments section for places to buy silver, buy Litecoin. If you have any questions, call Kevin Owens. His phone number is 702-325-9258. If you need any help. We got globalism and the globalists running Brazil, obviously. There was a video going around today of they've been saying in Brazil, oh my God, it's a record increase in cases, blah, blah, blah. 5,000 people in the hospital. It's jam-packed. People are dying, at least a couple of hundred. Well, a couple of Brazilian patriots broke into the hospital. Empty. Nobody in it. Listen, these are the things they have to do to drum up the fear porn. There's going to be no second wave. There's going to be no second shutdown, not in America. You know, that's what they're shooting for. They're trying to get another shutdown by jacking up the rates again to make people, again, fear porn. It's not going to work. President Trump's not shutting this down again. They had their shot. They blew it. The numbers don't lie. This is the flu. And when have you ever seen the worldwide economy shut down for the flu? I'll answer for you. Never, ever in history. They lost 50 million people in 1918, the Spanish flu. They shut the economy down? No. And this isn't this is a drop in the bucket compared to, 1918. I mean, what do we have? There's only 8 million that are infected worldwide. 50 million died in 1918. The globalists are weaponizing the food supply. I just posted an article, Epic Economist, I think. It was the Epic Economist. This afternoon, everybody should take a look at that video. Yeah. It's a good one talking about, and if a lot of you remember, I was talking about this a few weeks ago about the suspicious nature of these spikes in food processing plants. There's a town of 30 or 40,000 people, and the only people in that town that are getting the virus work at the food processing plant. Again, doesn't it seem suspicious? It is suspicious. They were pumping the virus in there to so they'd have to shut down these food processing plants to make food in short supply, so now they can control us easier. Number one, President Trump's on top of it. There may be shortages. Nobody's going to starve in America. I'm more worried other parts of the world, like the EU. But I think when the swamp drains, when the worldwide swamp drains, most of these problems are going to be eliminated because the people that are causing the problems are going to be removed. Removed from their positions of power. Okay, Poppy. Let's see. You want to do part of this? Huh? Yeah, go ahead. Get comfortable. Ah, boy. HSBC, it's the first or second largest bank in the EU, resuscitates plans for 35,000 job cuts as banking troubles persist. They're going down. Deutsche Bank's going down. Either one of them goes down. The EU's finished. The EU is finished. Just when are they going to announce it? Rabobank. The Fed will only intervene if stocks go lower or yields go higher, which means the Fed's going to intervene 100% guaranteed. Yeah, they have to keep this thing propped up. The minute they stop intervening is when the economy collapses, and we're at the point where it doesn't make any difference what they do. They keep printing money, intervening, quantitative easing, whatever you want to call it. It collapses. Hyperinflation comes. It happens every time. They don't do anything, it collapses. Just a matter of when it's going down, guys. Is it going to be an organic collapse that happens naturally, or is there going to be a reset? The reset is the better way to go. I think that's what President Trump's going to do. Less chaos, less anxiety, more confidence. If we declare it up front, as opposed to letting it hit us and then watch the panic set in. And there's no reason, guys. The economy has to come down. The economy is going to come down. God wants the economy to come down. President Trump wants the economy to come down. I want the economy to come down. Everybody who owns physical silver and Litecoin should want the economy to come down. It's going to happen anyway. If you have physical silver and Litecoin, you're going to be really glad when it does. Get your physical silver and Litecoin. Become a millionaire. And you don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars. $20 can make you a millionaire in 4 years. The more you put in, the more you're going to get in return. Don't leave it in the bank because you're not getting it back. They changed the laws. The banks own your deposits. They're loans to the bank now. That's the new law as of 3 years ago. When they go belly up, you don't get a penny. They don't have to give you a penny. And there's no FDIC insurance. Well, okay, there is. 3 cents on the dollar. That's what you're going to get from FDIC. 3 cents on the dollar. And that's only up to, I think, 250,000. Might even be less than that now. No V recovery here. U.S. housing starts hugely disappoint, following April's bloodbath to 5-year lows. That doesn't sound very good. But they keep telling us the economy is going to recover. Yeah, sure. Trader sees sense of confusion, not battle of wills in the markets. It's like they're throwing darts. Nobody knows what's going on. There's utter chaos and confusion in the markets. Out of control. Runaway train. No stopping it. It's a mathematical certainty the worldwide economy is going to collapse in 2020. It's a mathematical certainty. Don't leave your money in the bank. If you do, you're going to lose it. Get it out of your 401k. I don't care if you have to pay a penalty. If money that I don't care where it is. If you can get it out and get it into physical silver and Litecoin. Stocks shrug off China's second wave fears. Asian clashes rise on stimulus hopes. Beijing is once again under lockdown. I think these are Chinese deep state operatives running this show. Again, gin up the fear, create a second round of shutdowns. Not going to happen in America. Who knows what's going to happen in the EU? They'll probably shut everything down again. But the people in the EU are going to have to stand up. They're going to have to get their guns out because I'm probably more worried about the EU than any other part of the world, just because there's so many globalist governments there. The saving grace is going to be the worldwide swamp draining, because the huge majority of the globalist influence around the world is going to be either imprisoned the rest of their lives or executed for one thing or another, murder or crimes against humanity. So that's going to help the EU a little bit. We'll just have to see how many of them get cleaned out. And then what they do. What are they going to do for, half their politicians, like it's going to happen in America. In Washington, half the politicians in Washington are going to be indicted and or executed. Okay. In America, day trading euphoria has finally peaked. Here come the sellers. We talked about this last few days. A lot of them teenage day traders getting hammered, and no wonder when they're buying Hertz stock, a bankrupt company, they're buying that stock. What do you think is going to happen? You buying stock of a bankrupt company? Okay, that is the questions. Before I get to those, overview, Watchman Way. I was called by God in 2014 to be a watchman, to warn about first ever worldwide economic collapse, the worldwide draining of the swamp, and the exposure and eradication of the satanic pedophiles that have controlled our world for hundreds of years at least. So since 2014, I've been red pilling and preparing people. And maybe almost 2 years ago now, we started the Watchman page, and now we have over 4,500 people that are helping red pill and prepare. We're reaching tens of thousands now, spreading the word: extra food, extra water, medical supplies, ammo, physical, silver, and Litecoin. And then in January of this year, God called me again, this time to lead the revival of his church called The Way, the church that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago. I believe purest form of religion in the world. Prove me wrong. But tell the truth every time. Do the right thing every time. Live your life in the service of others. Treat others with respect. No violence unless it's in self-defense. Our donations go straight into the hands of the needy. No middleman taking a cut. There's no priest. There's no pope. There's no buildings. We meet in each other's homes or out on a job site. We're building homes for the homeless. We're ending hunger. Painting houses. Doing yard work. We're not sitting in a church for an hour a week and thinking we're okay with God. That's not what God wants. God wants us out in the street. God wants us living the church every day. The church is supposed to be how we live our lives. It's in all of us. We're all equal. There's no hierarchy. You can't knock it. There's no downside to this. God also showed me that the Pope is going to resign this year. The Catholic Church is going to collapse from the inside this year. 1.2 billion Catholics are going to be looking for a new home. They're going to have the Way to go to. God also showed me that by 2040, the Way will be the biggest religion in the world. Okay, let's go to questions. If Poppy will let me get my stylus out here. Now what am I going to do, Poppy? Come on, Poppy. You gotta let my arm go. Poppy's using my arm for a pillow. Okay, Tessie, how you doing? Eddie, hello. David, what's up? Paris, what's up? Carbon 60 will help almost anything. You're going to see varying degrees depending on how bad a situation is. You know, if you're bone to bone, you know, it probably is not going to do you a lot of good. But it's amazing stuff. Everybody should be on it for reasons other than just pain. Mainly because I think it extends human life. I'm pretty sure of it. Check it out. I've been on it for over 5 years. Amazing. The most amazing thing I've ever taken, supplement-wise. Paul, what's up? David, what's up? Gary, Bill, what's up? Randy, how you doing? How will the reset work? Randy wants to know. Okay, so there's several ways it could go. I believe how it's going to go. So basically what's going to happen is all debt's going to get wiped out. Everything on paper you own is going to get wiped out. Your bank accounts, your pension funds, everything. Now, the exception to this would be NESARA. And with NESARA, there's a reset and the pension funds are saved. In just a regular reset, if President Trump does this on his own, and there is no NESARA, all debt would be wiped out. You're gonna, if you've got a mortgage on your home, you're gonna own your home free and clear. If you got a car payment, you're buying a car. Now, not a lease, but a purchase. You're going to own your car free and clear. I'm not sure how they're going to work leases. That'll be kind of up in the air. And again, if Nasara happens, 50-50 at best, I think, pension funds would also be saved. I believe they would probably, if it was me, I'd declare it on a Friday, be open for business on Monday. President Trump could dial it in so it could be that smooth. Now, we're still going to go through a rough patch, right? There are a lot of things are going to be in transition because credit is going to freeze, at least for a while. It's the other reason because, again, credit freezes, trucks aren't running. I think President Trump's going to be on top of that with the military. I think it's going to go relatively smooth. But again, if I was doing it, declare it on Friday afternoon, shut everything down, open up again for business Monday morning. That's how smooth it could go. Now, I don't think there's going to be a lot of civil unrest. I think we're going to have our fill of that within the next few weeks when I expect this to happen. Again, I think probably by mid-July this happens. If it goes along with our timeline, that there's going to be big celebration on the 4th, which means that all the arrests would have to be announced by then. We also have the 10 days of darkness we've been talking about, where there's a possibility for 10 days all communications will be down. Internet, phone, radio, TV, text, no communications except from the emergency broadcast system. We will be getting messages directly from POTUS. No CNN, no MSNBC. They're all shut down. POTUS is going to be the only one delivering the messages, and I think what he's going to be delivering is information about who's going down. Kevin, what's up? And remember, guys, we've posted some people where you can get like more information on Q. What you have to remember is Q has said himself that there will be disinformation. So take anything anyone tells you about Q with a grain of salt, because Q has come right out and said some things aren't true that are, and some things that are true that aren't. So you can't go 100% by what Q says. He couldn't tell the truth, or they couldn't tell the truth throughout this process, because the black hats would have known, right? They have to mix in disinformation to keep them guessing. Oh, buy your bug spray. Good one, David, especially in certain parts of the country. Where am I at here? BJ, what's up? I think we'll have power and gas. I think we're going to have power. If we don't have power, you don't have water, that could be really a bad situation quickly. BJ answered your question. Put on the armor of God. Andy Adams, what's up, buddy? Well, yeah, the whole point of doing a reset is to explain it up front so that the people, there's less chaos, less fear. So if he declares a reset, he's damn sure going to explain what's going on. Do not pay off your bills. I'm telling you, you're pissing money away. Put it into Litecoin. Make the minimum payments if you've got to pay them. Make the minimum payments. Don't pay them off. Biggest mistake you can make right now. I mean, think about it. If there's even a slight chance debt gets wiped out, what the hell are you thinking paying off debt? Good point. David's talking about mission every day, knowing, where your family is. You got to be on top of this stuff right now, guys. You see what's happening in the streets. Stay off the streets if you can, no matter where you live, especially, though, if you're in the cities. What am I doing here? Brian, what's up? Yeah, turn it up, Dennis. Torture him. Torture him with the Watchman. Uh, yeah, so Robert was saying in his video that he thinks the economy is going to come down in September using the repo program. I don't think that President Trump's going to let it get to September. So we'll see how that plays out. You guys, listen, everybody should be praying for President Trump. I'm going to tell you one thing. Not one hair on his head will be harmed. He wins 2020 in a landslide. End of story. God has his hand on President Trump, guiding and protecting him. Nothing to worry about with President Trump. Yep, they can't hide in the dark anymore. The cover is being lifted. They're exposed and they don't like it. We are united and getting stronger every day, guys. So my timeline, my best guess of the timeline is if there is going to be 10 days of darkness, it's going to start between now and the 21st, 22nd maybe of this month. I think then before the 4th of July, arrest would be announced. I think there would be evidence probably put on the internet for people to view if they wanted to. President Trump is going to make this evidence available to the general public because he doesn't want there to be any questions about this being politically motivated. And trust me, when people see these videos, no one's going to even dare try and claim it's politically motivated. There's hundreds of hours of the most powerful people in the world sexually assaulting, torturing, and murdering children. Hundreds of hours. And they're going to put it on the internet for people to see if they want to. You're welcome, Deborah. Yeah, also you can go to qmaps.pub or qproofs.com, a couple other good websites. The Q proofs are the best thing you can look at because it's going to show you without a doubt, with 100% certainty, that President Trump is working with Q. You can't deny it. It's a fact. Just by going through the proofs. They set it up so that, the Anons will ask Q to tell President Trump to say a certain word in his next communication, whether it's whether it's an interview or a tweet, and then within 24 hours that comes out. The one that what was it? It was something crazy on Easter. Tippy Top, remember Tippy Top? And the press made a big deal out of, well, it was because that's what the Anons asked him to say. Tip Top or something. I can't remember what it was, but I mean, there's case after case. Where are we at here? uh, Lena just ordered 6 more bottles of carbon 60 today. Good job, Lena. POTUS is going to be on with Hannity tonight, one-on-one. That might be the only interview. I might watch that, but trust me, guys, I'm not watching anything on TV anymore. Nothing. I've probably watched a half hour of TV in the last 30 days. It's not doing you any good. Trust me. It's just making people more angry, more anxious, blood pressure going up. It's not worth watching. Turn it off. Yeah, I don't think they're going to shut down. With a reset, there's no reason to shut down. It's just like flipping a switch. Okay, all debts wiped out. Boom, back to work. Yeah, we shouldn't be if it's a declared reset. Now, if the economy collapses on its own, all bets are off. We could be shut down for weeks or months if there's an organic collapse and credit freezes up. That's going to be a worst case scenario. Banks close, gas stations are out of gas, foods are out of we're out of grocery stores are out of food. Power's off. That's worst case scenario. I don't think we're going to have anything close to that. But we have to be prepared for it. Just want to make sure I got all the questions here, guys. Johnny, what's up? Yep. David wears the pants his wife tells him to wear. Good one, David. Yeah, that's the whole point. Listen to Johnny here. It's all about doing your homework, guys. There is so much out there. I'm telling you, because I spent over 5 years, basically 16 to 20 hours a day, researching this stuff. Every waking hour, and I was sleeping 4 or 5 hours a night. There's tons out there. Ricky Lee, what's up? Yeah, don't worry about credit scores right now, guys. Irrelevant with a reset. You'll probably be paying cash for everything for a while with Litecoin and silver. I'm glad you're here, Andy. Yeah, multiple shifts within the Atlanta PD have walked off the job tonight. As well, they should have. Helen, how you doing? Yeah, that's the other thing, guys. You got to have a rally point too. Um, a place if something goes down, whatever, you kind of have to figure out what could happen in your area. A place if you're going to have to leave where you're at, your home, whatever, and you're working with a group, a place where you're going to meet, a designated place and time, um, because communication might be down. Uh, Now here's another point, guys. There's a lot of rumors about fake videos coming out. The reason that this is being dropped for the most part is the deep state trying to cover the Epstein honeypot videos that are coming out about them. They're going to claim that they're all CGI. Not going to happen. It's not going to fly. There's Mike Janman, guys. If you need colloidal silver, get it from Mike Janman. Johnny ordered 50 more 1 ounce rounds. Good job, Johnny. That's right, Wendy. Just quit watching it. It's garbage. Propaganda. The only reason it's there is to generate fear and anxiety. Why watch it? And then you're just helping their ratings, which helps their bottom line. Because the higher the ratings, the more they get paid for their advertising. Don't do it. Turn it off. Rice and beans. You remember, guys, that we should be buying extra food and water too, uh, just in case there's family, friends, whatever. You can help. Start paying it forward early. And as Poppy grooms my arm, thank you, Poppy. Too much. Yes, I have heard about the new King of England, and we will see very soon whether that's true or not. I kind of hope it is, but we'll see. Yeah, guys, spot price is what it's going for, but you pay a premium on top of that. Anywhere from 50 cents if you're buying, like 1,000 ounces, you can get a premium of less than 50 cents. I think I paid 49 cents was the best I ever got. But you're usually going to pay if you're buying, 10 or 20 rounds at a time. You're probably going to pay over $1. For generic stuff, you can pay $10 more for premium coins. Always buy the least expensive rounds or bars you can get. Don't pay extra for the premiums. It's a waste of money. Alex Jones is a Israeli shill, a troll working for Israel, Mossad. The bank, if you're talking about the banks been stealing from us for 100 years, since the Fed, the beginning of the Fed. David Icke's is good. I like David Icke. He goes deep into the reptilian, alien, and I'm not saying it's not true. Candace, what's up? Okay, that's all the questions. No, don't buy American Silver Eagles. Don't do it. It's a waste of money. You pay $5 more a coin. Silver's $15 an ounce, $18 an ounce. That's a third of an ounce. Buy another coin. Crazy to pay for premium coins. Okay, guys. That's all the questions for tonight. Here we are. The 18th of June. What does that give us? 2 weeks plus? 2.5 weeks to the 4th. Am my math right? Something like that. Means if we're going to have 10 days of darkness and it's going to happen before the 4th of July, if the 4th of July is going to be the big celebration, we got to expect the 10 days of darkness to be coming in the next week. We'll see how it plays out. And who knows? Maybe the 10 days of darkness is a fake out for the deep state. We'll see. Maybe we don't need it. Maybe we've moved far enough along in the plan that we don't even need the 10 days of darkness. Makes no difference to me. As long as we take these people out, the sooner the better. I'm good. Whatever, again, it should be irrelevant to us. The main thing is, when do we hit our first finish line? And again, the first finish line is when they announce, President Trump or Barr announces that Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama or Bill Clinton are at Gitmo or incarcerated or hopefully even executed. I think that might be the case. I believe when they make this announcement, and it's going to come eventually, hopefully before the 4th of July, that many of these people have already been executed. And that, to me, they should, the ones that would create the most civil unrest, people like Obama, the Clintons, they should be tried and executed before they make the announcement, I believe. Because then there's, what are you going to protest about? It's over. They're done. They tortured and murdered children, or they were traitors, and they were executed. End of story. By that time, at least probably 2 weeks from now, down the road, again, Antifa is going to run out of steam and money. The head will have been cut off the snake. I think the civil unrest will be kept to a minimum. So I'm going to leave it there on a positive note, guys. I'll end it with our prayer. For God and country, amen. I'll see you tomorrow night at 5 Pacific. God bless.